So, new bosses appear. It has Elastic as its defense type. On Insane, Mystic will be its attack type. Let's talk about how to defeat this boss. But for that, we need to configure student formation first. This is the recommendation student composition that able to clear from normal to insane difficulty with just one team. Only max leveled player. If you are not, and went to extreme or lower, you could bring any suitable as long as Esunako is there as the DPS. She is very important. Recommended to borrow her if you don't have her. So, KQX skill applying defense debuff is very important since the boss and its fragment has high defense. Basic skill as apply sonic buff are very effective to boost Esunako X skill damage to the boss. Esunako will be the main DPS here. She will gain attack boost from her sub skill and Kikyu basic skill. Also triple X skill and cheap. Esunako also able to apply defense debuff with her basic skill and will be stacked with Kikyu X skill. Leaving the boss have low defense for period of time. Field healer are the best option to freed one special slot that will be occupied by the best supporter, like Akko and Himari combo. Kokona are for those who's looking for high score. Balding and tryhard will be required due to complexity, but also useful basic and sub skill. Koharu is best easy choices. She could heal all allies that are in low health and less complexity. If you are not into competitions, I suggest you to use Koharu instead, and she is free to get. Of course on Insane, the boss uses Mystic as its attack type, but it's not the case for Tanker, except if they appear with low stars and cheat build, they will die easily. So either Atsuko or S Hoshino should be on 5 stars exclusive weapon level 40 with maxed level and gear should be fine. Extreme or lower however, any student that could tank damage is fine. The boss don't have attack type. For the special, Akko and Himari of course. And that's it. Now let's discuss how easy or difficult this raid boss will be to you. For extreme or lower, bringing Esunako as the borrowed student should be fine. Sure its defense are high but its HP is low. In battle, all striker student will receive an intimidation every 6 seconds. This reduces the max HP of students. If the intimidation is reaching 50% or more, the student will turn into confusion state, and this state is the one you should aware of. When the student is in confused state, there's not much time you have due to extreme damage dealt of your student. It can cause an instant death to one of your student. Dispelling it by recovering their HP until 100% and confused state is disappear. Or you can prevent that from happening by keep healing them and not letting intimidation reaching 50%. To be simple, keep an eye on intimidation. It happen every 6 seconds and don't let it reach 50% of intimidation by healing them with healer. Now, how do you defeat this boss exactly? The boss has 6 fragments, all has the same defense stats value and is linked. So you will have to bring Sonic student that able to deal area damage, that include the AoE debuffer, like Kasumi or Kikyo and Esunako. For the phase 1, it is not often for the student receive an intimidation, and that mostly coming from the decal that appear on the floor of student. It will apply intimidation into the student that are step on it. On this time, beware of its shadow, it can cause serious damage to your tanker. Use Esunako's skill to delete them, but first buffer with supporter. Also Groggy Bar won't fill in this phase, and don't overdo Esunako's skill before moving into phase 2. The reason is that the boss will immune to damage before moving into phase 2. On phase 2, your student will continuously receive an intimidation. Healer should never be in confused state. If so, restart and try again. Now Groggy Bar will filled by receiving weak damage. Other attack type besides Sonic will not fill its Groggy Bar. If one of your student is defeated, boss ATG will fully filled. Student that apply shield don't work as it enhanced skill sets.
合った両乱の力存分に味わうといい。
When the groggy bar is filled and the boss is in staggered state, all striker will have their critical rate increased significantly. So you don't have to miss this opportunity to use or lessen Akko X skill thrice to deal even greater damage. Of course precision timing is required, but you will get used to it, and know exactly when your chance is present.
どうしました？ただの水風船ですよ。
Lastly, if you are not able to clear Insane because you don't have 2 or more student for Insane, then try clearing Extreme or lower difficulty with these setup if you could. And that should be all. As always, Godspeed.